I wanted to build the busker organ, but I wasn't completely sure if I was reading the plans correctly. The plans are hand-drawn and sometimes a little bit difficult to decipher. So I decided before I tried to make this out of good material, I'd use a bunch of scrap plywood and make a trial set of bellows and air reservoir. These are the bottom movable pieces of the bellows. The holes are cut for the inlet and exhaust valves. And I soaked this area with cyanoacrylate to tie up all the loose ends of the fibers net into plywood. The holes in these top pieces are left and right so that they'll go together like this. These pieces, the hinge will be back here in the back, and this operates like so. That will be on the bottom. This one will be on the bottom here. The air reservoir, the bottom part sits on here and is attached to the tops of the bellows. This gap is sealed. And then the top of the reservoir goes on here. This works up and down as the bellows work. The relief valve fits here, and this will be the connection to the wind chest. There will be leather valves that are attached here and here, and leather valves on the bottom part here. This is the intake valve. So as the bellows retracts or goes down, air is let in through this valve. When this starts its upward movement, that valve closes and forces air out this valve, which goes into the reservoir. I made a couple of changes on this as far as thickness in some areas. I'm going to use a piece of leather from an old jacket to try and make these bellows initially, just to see how it works. So I wanted to give it a little more clearance back here. The thinner material that the plans calls for, these would tighten up a little tighter. I believe mine will only collapse about that far.